Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhur Muhu. We were contemplating on faith. Sri Ramakrishna was telling, if one has acquired faith, he has acquired everything. Shraddhavan Purushaha Yo Yat Shraddha Sa Eva Saha. As is a man's faith, he is that. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Shraddhavan. One who has faith. Shraddha has a little more deeper meaning than faith. Where there is total dedication, Shraddha, devotion, dedication, sacrifice, and faith. Faith actually is translated in Sanskrit as Vishwasa. Shraddha is little more deeper than Vishwasa. With Vishwasa, there must be, I have faith, but I have not brought into practical aspect. When Shraddha, when faith enters into practical field, it becomes Shraddha. Where there is total dedication, I am ready to sacrifice anything for that, that becomes Shraddha. Commitment. With commitment, I do things. With commitment. And I am so strict regarding myself that I don't mind others doing anything. My attention is not that. I should not err. I should not go away from my vows, pratyajnas. I should not transcend the laws of nature, dharma. I should not. So all these with which it is not, see, many times we confuse between Shraddha, the dedication, and a kind of hatha-like, in which I will do this. Grit is all right, but a egoistic attitude of taking upon myself. Now, I will not miss evening prayer. That is not Shraddha actually. Vows are not Shraddha. Vows are protective fields. And where my dedication and sacrifice, my devotion is questioned. But egoistic attitude of my attainment, I do this sadhana, I do that sadhana. You see, in Ramakrishna's time, one person goes on insisting. Sri Ramakrishna says, you need not go. Puruscharan, you want to do the Puruscharan. Thakur says, God has selected another path for you. It's easy to go by that. He says, no, I will go for that. So this kind of egoistic holding on to certain things, and out of Shraddha holding on to certain things are different. Out of Shraddha, where there is Shraddha, there is dedication and self-surrender. The ego is reducing, ego is dissolving away. But in case of other type, ego is becoming proud and strong. Yes, I will do it. What will you do? Nature will go on postponing your opening of the door because of the presence of ego. So more egoistic you are, the time taken is more. You are going round and round, merry-go-round, there itself. You are not evolving. Evolution is different. When Shraddha comes, Shraddha has evolutionary process. So we have to go by the evolutionary process. Faith is Vishwasa, by which I am holding on to it. I am able to leave all other supports that are treacherous, means Vishwasa Ghataka. At the most important period of my life, it is not going to work. Like he gets the curse, you see, Karna. The most important time he is trying to remember that mantra. That mantra will not be forgotten. Like that, where there is ego, we will have a tremendous failure. Where there is Shraddha, there is sudden acceleration. You will be escalated. You will be, simply you are standing on a platform and platform itself is climbing. You need not climb. So that is Shraddha. Shraddha has an important factor in it, is devotion and dedication. I am dedicating with Vishwasa, with faith. Faith, hope and love. A little love increases, faith increases. Faith increases, hopes increase. Hope increases, again. Faith increases, love increases, hope increases. It goes on a spiral, triangle, climbing. Faith has that aspect. It is associated always with love and hope. Faith is that faith. If you get now, Sri Ramakrishna is going to. We have discussed this point very detailed earlier. If you remember, solitude I have not entered into much detail, but it is. I have to take up that point of solitude because when we enter into Himalayan regions, we find an entirely different awareness. The real what is Shiva concept, you will be able to realize there. Total solitude. And in that solitude, you can remain in one bhava, one mood for months together. Same mood will continue. Because absolute absence of human beings. You are totally alone through months and you have the same bhava. You sleep with that bhava, you wake up with that bhava, that awareness, that feeling. This solitude is loneliness are different. Loneliness is a suffering, as a pain. I want something and I am not getting. Loneliness, I am feeling loneliness. I am alone. Being alone is different. Alone is solitude. Loneliness is something suffering, great suffering. You want company and company has left you and gone away. That is loneliness. Here you don't want company and you are getting it, and getting it in exchange for the divine company. God is your companion. So there we differentiate between loneliness and aloneness. Being alone. Alone is great joy, freedom. Actually, we come to this earth alone. We go from this earth alone. We live in this world alone, and we cover this aloneness of joy, peace and bliss. We cover with company. Just like we are all naked within our clothes. Always you are naked. Nakedness cannot be removed. Nakedness is covered and kept. We cover our nakedness with clothes. Like that, we cover our aloneness with company. Otherwise, aloneness must give you so much of joy and peace. Because there is no duality, there is no taratamya. Taratama is not there. He is higher than me, I am lower than them. All these are not there. Where there is no taratama, then you are always at peace, always in joy. Nothing to limit you, nothing to slighten you, look down upon you. You are always the supreme as if. So, solitude has a different dimension altogether. We'll try to go a little deeper into the solitude, because when I went to both Himalayas and Narmada banks, when I was alone for years, I could understand what divine means. What is divine? So, the more the solitude, the longer the period, but you must have done lot of tapas and overcome all defects at gross level. And one thing you need, always protecting you and guiding you from within, is your Guru. If Guru doesn't bless you, it will be difficult to overcome body awareness. The demands of the flesh becomes very prominent and powerful in solitude. Instead of your spiritual awareness becoming stronger, the divine awareness becoming stronger, body awareness demands, I want to eat something nice, things. Our Maharaj, Yatishanandaji Maharaj says, when he was in tapas on the banks of Narmada, months passed, years passed, when he saw just dry one piece of roti was sufficient for him in the beginning to survive and call on God. It's do. Went on calling on God. Weeping day and night. Yatishanandaji Maharaj, Narmada banks of Narmada. He was there. So, when later on he found one day, slowly the desire to eat delicious food, tasty food, came to this one. It became irresistible. He says, I felt as if I would die without a tasty food. And it started searching. Then, as if by divine will, he got. But when he got, he was so much disappointed. So, what for did I long for this? As if Satya Sankalpa, whatever you think, if you observe absolute Satya for 12 years, Not by mistake or in dream also, you should tell a lie. Think of lie. And higher degrees of truth. You have to observe for 12 years, then whatever you think, whatever you tell becomes true. So, like that, he got fine food. But then he said, what is this? He ate, but what expectation was there that it would give was not there. So, in Himalayas, when Bengali Swami was there, he also, after 1.5 years of taking bhiksha from ashramas and eating it, only they give chapati and 2 spoons of dal. With that you have to, after 1.5 years, he says, I could not resist. He started searching any Bengali house anywhere in Himalayas. He could find and ask them, prepare food for me. I want. He ate. And then he found you. To the full, he was totally satisfied. But then, what if it was not there also? Nothing was lost. And having got it, he had nothing to gain. Then he feels, oh, just this tongue has deceived me of my vrata. That I am a sannyasi, I should not hanker for anything. Whatever by God's divine will comes, I must be able to live with it as far as it doesn't harm my health. So this is what we see in practical life. I have told another earlier also one incident when my mother was in village. What village? No. Murdeshwar. I don't remember my Murdeshwar. In those days, in their early days, one sadhu came there for bhiksha. He wanted kheer to be prepared. You know Konkani kheer. It was prepared with the coconut milk. That kheer. He said, I want to eat lot. You prepare lot. He was quite aged. And then there in the house they prepared. A sadhu is asking, it's a great blessing to feed a sadhu. And they prepared one pot full and made him to sit. He said, I will sit in the veranda. They asked inside, no, I want to eat first. Then he went on eating and started purging there itself. Then he started beating himself and asking, you want more? You want more? Eat. Means that desire to eat, he is taking away forever. Somehow that desire has raised, maybe of childhood. He wants to get rid of that forever. What for? You are leaving God. What am I asking, longing for? ocean of bliss. He is there, and sense pleasure, which lasts for a few seconds on the tongue, he wants to, how that mind and how they react in such a way that it never appears. So this is what we see, how the desires, all these things has to be eradicated with devotion for God. That's why Sri Ramakrishna is asking, ask for devotion. If you are devoted to God, then you will see that these things are managed by God in a different way. The desire for lower things will never appear in your heart or mind or in your body. A higher fulfillment, always when higher fulfillment is there, then lower fulfillments mind will not go. So when devotion is there, devotion is love of God plus its practical aspect of dedicating body in that love. Now I love God, but I don't do anything, it doesn't become devotion. In devotion, I am devoting myself in love of God. How do I devote? I bear all the insults and all. I may show an angry face, but inside I don't mind. I take it as will of God. But I have to do my duty, I may show an angry face, but inside I am calm. Except giving love and care for others, he doesn't have anything to give or take from people. So these aspects, then just to watering the plants of God, which flowers in the temple, in the ashramas, in the forests. It's a nature is receiving its flowers. I water. Here, watering, I am dedicating myself. I am devoting myself. So devotion has this practical aspect. Somebody is doing worship. I bring the things and give there. My father once ran away, it seems, from house to become a sannyasi. I will go away. All were worried except my mother. She said, he will not go more than a few kilometers. Then why I asked, he is a devotee. He is a devotee, God will take care of him. Then he went away. While going, he saw one homa is going on in a temple. He went to bow down there. They asked him to fetch a coconut for Purnahuti. Then he doesn't have anything in his pocket. Now he has to go and take on loan one coconut. And and he had told, I will give money afterwards, I want one coconut. He said, all right, you take and go. In those days, people used to trust him. And he came back, and then all his, this one, when it was offered and all that, the devotion, it is devoted. Oh, I am devoting my body, I am devoting my mind, I am devoting my intellect to God. Then they slowly, oh, I am not enjoying anything anywhere. Whether I am there in forest or in house, or what does it matter? So he comes back. But the apt word that was used by mother with full confidence, he will not go more than few kilometers. In those days, miles. He will, because he is a devotee. Because he is a devotee. The devotion, because his body, mind, everything is given to God. It is devoted. Devotion, devotee means there is practical aspect of love of God. Love is expressed through his actions, feelings and thought. When actions, feeling and thought express love, then it becomes devotion. So to that devotion, Sri Ramakrishna is asking, because another person takes care of you. Because the body is given to somebody and it is his responsibility. How the newborn child is taken care by the nature, you see. The previous day, mother's breast do not milk. That day when it's born, the mother's breast starts milking. When it starts walking, it dries up. No, not even a drop. Child may go on sucking empty breast, that's all. Because he has got already ego. It gets dried up. So, how nature, how many times a child falls, you see. It stands up, but it will fall. If we fall once like that, gone. And doctors also cannot repair. Such condition we come to because we have ego. The child doesn't have ego. Nature is taking care. So, like that, God takes care of, because it doesn't have ego, it has given itself to nature as you keep Mother Nature. When slowly it starts separating from nature and become independent, it is take care of yourself. My purpose is over. How the mother separates from the child in animal kingdom, you must see. As soon as it starts eating and standing, it doesn't allow to come near. Till that moment, the nature is taking care, mother is taking care. Nature is prompting that, keeping that love for that young one. After it never allows to come near. The purpose is over. It is withdrawn. The same mother, same nature, same God takes care of you when you are a devotee. When you are devoted, your body, mind to God. So, there is somebody who is going to take care of you through your sadhana. You need not worry where my next morsel will be, what is going to happen. When I returned from tapas after so many years, first question everybody was asking was, how did you manage your food? That thought never came to me, nor did I worry. Where from you got your food? I said, where from? All animals and insects, millions. They are never going for IT job or anything. But they all are getting food. Monkeys you see in the ashrama, there are no fruits in any tree. They are surviving. From here one leaf it eats another leaf. On leaves they are surviving. Mother Nature is taking care of everyone. So that thought never comes. But people are afraid. If I fall ill, who will take care? All this. Because the devotion is not there. I have not devoted my body and mind to God. I have kept for myself. The moment you keep things for yourself, you have to take care. That fear comes into heart. Responsibility comes upon my shoulder. Otherwise, you take care. So, somebody to take care like a mother for a child who cannot walk yet, how mother takes care. Somebody to take care when I am walking, learning to walk in spiritual life must be there for me. I want to walk in spiritual life. Who will take care of me except you? Tumma bina. So, except you, who will take care of me? So that devotion, dependence, love, these things becomes essential factor. Like a child needs a mother to bring it up, he needs a God to take care of his life and spiritual life. Guru's participation, another important part. He'll be sitting somewhere and protecting. It's a wonderful thing, and bless us in various ways. That certain things which by no means you can transcend and go beyond, by no means you can break and open and go, there you will find the Guru blessing and helping that child. It is something like giving huge wealth to a beggar, making him a rich man overnight. Like that you will feel when Guru blesses the disciple with so many things. Unimaginable, many things we cannot cross over. Nature's forces. Then you will see what is Guru and how does he bless you. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.